What up, YouTube? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back again with another reaction video, and we got ChRocktikal, and with their fourth track on their debut album, and it's called KALish. Honestly, I saw one comment talking about how Victor, even though it has like the symbolism of Frankenstein, can also talk about the idea of how Xion felt about the K-pop industry. Maybe, you know, the idea of who they are and how Dreamcatcher was, and etc. etc. And I could see that, the idea that what did the comments say? Yeah, it says Sion's frustration with the time as a K-pop idol, the me created by the K-pop industry, was never never one she chose. After years of struggling to gain acceptance and love within the industry, Xion is now jumping into the fire of hard rock. I mean, that's one way to interpret it. I respect it, and I can see that. But yeah, I mean, if this album has more of her story of how she felt, the frustration, etc. I mean, rock was built on rebellion, built on fighting the system, right? That idea, like rock is heavy for a reason. Well, heavy metal at least, genre of rock. But yeah, it was interesting. You know, obviously the way they tied it in with the idea of Frankenstein. You know, Frankenstein, the monster that was angry and whatnot because of who they were, what like they didn't choose to become this monster, but that's what happened. But enough of that. Let's get into KALish and see what they have with this track, right? So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And 3, 2, 1, go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay. They're setting up as very dark again, very metal.
소리라는 건 마치 칼이라는 것까지 날카롭게 드는 캔슬처럼 부드럽게 스크래치 잠들어 있던 네 손 나 오늘 깨뜨려 내게 wish We break you awake That one time night before I don't notice there's a crease We grind it till you say you and before you realize Your dreams apart everything you thought you knew Say it 준비됐나
That growl. It's almost like a wail, like a wailing. Even the guitar is like a wail. Okay, a little techno into it, like EDM. I love how she's playing with her voice. It's almost like a whine, like she's whining a little.
What else? Do you think it's a fun game? 소리라는 건 마치 칼이라는 것 같이 날카롭게 뜨는 캔슬처럼 부드럽게 스크래치 잠들어 있던 네 손 나 오늘 깨뜨려 shout ChRocktikal We break your way
Like the electric guitar really follows Xion, the way she's singing as well.
대가리에 피도 안 마른 게 혀가 어디라고 아가리를 터노 들어가래
Yeah, And this definitely was more of a statement piece, more in your face, very blunt. Um, Great track. Another banger to me, another in my playlist. All right, so I did get another comment talking about how the bassist, right? The bass player, Jung Young, was one of the growls. Xion with the other one. So both of them growled in the first track, Victor. Not the first track, but Victor. And here, obviously, we get more of that. We see that it's Xion who growls the now attention, and then she screams attention. But yeah, so that's fun. Obviously, the bassist, and obviously here we have them all chanting. You know, one of the moments, and we have a lot of yeah, like pent up anger that is unleashed now, you know. So, and obviously, like I said, it's like at times it sounds like she's wailing, like ah, and kind of like a whine, like she's whining almost, like definitely, yeah, taking out that frustration in this track, which has more of that you know, we have that flow like we have a talking segment again, and again she's yelling, she's growling, so she's giving more out that explosive message to her lyrics. um but yeah, let's go to the lyrics just to check out what she was talking about. And of course the drums, the way it sounded, like the instrumental just sounds heavy, sounds metal, sounds great, and great to my ears. So we have the refrain. Sounds as if we were a blade. Another way, a knife. Sharply or softly like a cat's fur, it scratches. It will shatter the fierceness that was asleep inside you. Yeah, we break you awake. So like so it's like sounds as if it were a blade or knife, you know, a knife. Sharply or softly like a cat's fur, it scratches. So their imaging of the cat's fur, it can be soft or scratchy, depends on like the fur. But they're saying the blade, it can either be sharp, the sharp side, or the blunt blade, so it can be soft, so it can hurt you or not. And it will shatter the fierceness that was asleep inside you. So they're saying they're trying to awake you, like we break you awake. So it's not like, oh, like, hey, wake up, like soft, like, hey, wake up, time to go. No, they're saying they're gonna break it. So they're breaking, shattering. They're in your face, like, wake up. And what they're waking up is the fierceness that was asleep inside you. Whatever you're holding in, they're saying they're gonna break that open. Verse 1, that blunt and heavy form, unnoticed as it creeps, will grind it away inside you, and before you realize, it rips apart everything you thought you knew. Eternity, are you ready to engrave it? So it's almost like they're waking you up from the Matrix, right? They're saying that blunt and heavy form, that thing that's blunt, what makes you rude, what might be you oppressing. They're saying unnoticed as it creeps, like it's creeping out, you know, all that pent up anger, all that fierceness in you, like slowly and surely it starts boiling and boiling until it overflows, right? And they're saying before you realize, it rips apart everything you thought you knew. So once you explode, everything changes, like it should change you. Like what made you angry, what made you frustrated, what makes you sad, it changes everything you know, and then you become more attentive. And now it says once that happens, like once that explosive happens, the chorus happens, which is now attention, now attention. So they're saying now is the time for attention, to either to listen to them or listen to your feelings. But and that's where we get the growl, like the now is the growl, like, and then attention is screamed out. So we get that gutter scream and then attention. Pay attention now. Post chorus, we break you awake. Again, going back to, like, this one is a chant, you know, it's all of them saying it. We break you awake. So they're saying now or never. It's time that we're gonna break you open. You know, the true feelings that you are oppressing, we're gonna put it out to the forefront. Verse 2, yeah, now it's time to start. Can't postpone it any longer. All these, this, and that standards, so annoying. Damn. stacking up tired prejudice, adding flimsy rules of their own, judging only by that broken standard. What else? So you think it's a fun game? Yeah, so like that comment said, it could be about the K-pop industry. Um, like if we're trying to be micro, like the idea is like all these this and that standards. Like it's annoying. Like so many standards or so many rules that they have to follow to be perfect if you want to be an idol, right? Um, and stacking up tired prejudice. Like these are tired things. These are the old days, the old ways that even then it didn't work, but now you're still trying to use it for 2026. Like things have evolved, people evolve, nature evolves, everything evolves, but you're trying to stay with the old ways, and it's just not working, right? Um, to adding flimsy rules of their own, judging only by that broken standard, and then it's like, so you think it's a fun game? So it's this idea is like again, so many ways like the social norms or the way you're supposed to act, the way you're supposed to do when you're a celebrity, when you're an idol, when you're just a regular person working a 9 to 5 job. There's so many rules and that don't take the person into consideration. And so it's like almost like, do you think this is a game to you? Like this is our lives and you're trying to tell us how to act, how to dictate the way we do things, how to feel, you know? And saying, because like if you clap back, you're seen as rude, or if you cry, you attention seeker, you know? So it's like so many ways that are you're being tied down. They're saying, so you think this is a game? Like this is us and you're trying to make us not us, not cool. And like, you know, we have damn, you know, I think she's like shh, you know, like the in the Korean way doing that, people are like, whoa, wait, what'd you say right there? But she's put it in a song, you know. And then it goes back to the refrain, but it adds ChRocktikal, we break you awake. So they're saying ChRocktikal, the band, they're the ones who are gonna break it open. They're gonna do it their way. Like rock has always been seen as like noise or like not at the forefront, you know. There's something that people say is devil's music and whatnot. So already being a rock band is putting a different, like a different tone, you know. It's like something that no one really wants to put in the forefront. They're saying they're gonna do it their way. And then the outro, a kid whose blood hasn't even dried yet thinks he can open his mouth anywhere, bastards. And then a laugh. They're like so they're saying your wounds haven't even healed yet, and you're over here thinking you can open your mouth. You bastard. So, like I said, very blunt, very in your face, very like, you know, we're gonna do it our way, and I'm gonna be blunt about it. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna say things that most people are gonna look at you, go like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And they're saying they're gonna live unapologetic. They're gonna do it, and you know, they don't care what you say. Definitely is something to get off your chest. And yeah, like I said, it's rock, heavy metal, my style. I love it. Love the growl again, and I can't wait to listen to the other tracks soon. So that was ChRocktikal KALish. Spin your boy. Peace and love.